Howdy everyone, it's Reese, aka Bearman Prime, on this October 19th. Welcome back to my Read the Bible in a Year series. Thank you again for joining me. God bless you all. Part of the top right hand corner for the rest of the playlist, and please hit the like button, subscribe button, and notification bell. I sure do appreciate it. Alright, so yesterday we read about the immediate aftermath of Stephen's martyrdom. All the believers in Jerusalem have scattered throughout Judea and Samaria, and as a result of their scattering, the good news is now reaching outside of Jerusalem to the rest of Judea and Samaria. People are accepting the good news and following Jesus. And we focus in on this follower, Philip, who goes to Samaria, preaching and teaching, healing, doing great things, and bringing in more and more followers. Learned about Simon the magician, who was not right with God and wanted power, but Peter rebukes him and all that. So we're going to pick it up here in Acts 8, verse 26, and we're going to follow Philip again on another story. Let's see what happens to him. An angel of the Lord spoke to Philip. The angel said, "Get ready and go south on the road that leads down to Gaza from Jerusalem, the road that goes through the desert." So Philip got ready and went. On the road, he saw a man from Ethiopia. He was a eunuch and an important official in the service of Candace, the queen of the Ethiopians. He was responsible for taking care of all her money. This man had gone to Jerusalem to worship. Now he was on his way home. He was sitting in his chariot reading from the book of Isaiah the prophet. The Spirit said to Philip, "Go to that chariot and stay near it." So he went toward the chariot, and he heard the man reading from Isaiah the prophet. Philip asked him, "Do you understand what you are reading?" The man answered, "How can I understand? I need someone to explain it to me." Then he invited Philip to climb in and sit with him. The part of the scriptures that he was reading was this: He was like a sheep being led to the butcher. He was like a lamb that makes no sound as its wool is being cut off. He said nothing. He was shamed, and all his rights were taken away. His life on earth has ended, so there will be no story about his descendants. The official said to Philip, "Please tell me, who is the prophet talking about? Is he talking about himself or about someone else?" Philip began to speak. He started with this same scripture and told the man the good news about Jesus. While they were traveling down the road, they came to some water. The official said, "Look, here is water. What is stopping me from being baptized?" Then the official ordered the chariot to stop. Both Philip and the official went down into the water, and Philip baptized him. When they came up out of the water, the Spirit of the Lord took Philip away. The official never saw him again. The official continued on his way home. He was very happy. But Philip appeared in a city called Azotus. He was going to the city of Caesarea. He told the people the good news in all the towns on the way from Azotus to Caesarea. All right, so there's a very personal story here about Philip. So the angel tells him to get up and go down the road, okay, to get up and just start going. And on the way, he meets this caravan, this chariot, and it's being led by a man from Ethiopia. Now, if you remember, I told you a while back that during the times when the nation of Israel were attacked by the various empires and scattered, many of them spread out to other countries throughout the world and settled down there. So there were Jews living in other parts of the world that would often congregate back in Jerusalem for certain times in the year to worship and to offer sacrifices. And this guy, this eunuch, is one such person. So he's a Jew, or he's a Jewish descendant from Ethiopia, who is in the service of the queen of the Ethiopians, right? And he's on his way home. He went to Jerusalem to worship. He's on his way home, this long, long journey, and he's reading the scriptures, and he's reading what Isaiah wrote, and he's reading that passage, Isaiah 53, 7 through 8, specifically. And I think we can all agree that he's talking about Jesus there. Isaiah is like a sheep being led to the butcher. He was shamed and all his rights were taken away. Those story about his descendants, clearly that's about Jesus. That's exactly what happened to him. And so naturally, the Spirit leads Philip to this guy so that he can help explain to the eunuch what Isaiah is talking about, what the scriptures actually mean, so he can tell him about Jesus. And of course, through this, the eunuch is like, oh, I understand. Yes, this is good news. And then they stop and there's, a pond or something like that, some random piece of water. And they say, oh, look, I want to be baptized. Can I be baptized right here? And Philip's like, sure. So he baptizes him. And Ethiopian eunuch has accepted the Lord. And then, strangely, Philip is spirited away. Literally. Like, literally, that is the general consensus of what happened. Philip is picked up by the Spirit supernaturally and transported from where he was to Azotus. Okay. And so he can go to Caesarea. Okay. So he was here 1 minute and he was there the next. Don't know. It just happened. God does what he's going to do. So we'll leave it at that. That's all for today, and we're going to pick it up there tomorrow. Thank you again for joining me. I sure do appreciate it. I'll see y'all tomorrow.